Let them experience passions through extracurriculars. Let them experience teamwork, discipline, and resilience through sports. Let them experience leadership and service to community. Let them experience on-the-job training through internships and job shadowing. Let them experience the excitement of performing through drama and dance. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
welcome to the Tigers Sports Network presented by Natural State Sports. Tonight's matchup is between your Little Rock Central Lady Tigers and the Lady Hurricanes of Jonesboro High School. I'm Chris Gay, your play-by-play commentator. This is Will Stafford, your color commentator. And Central is looking to extend their conference record on the year to 5-1. The Hurricanes looking for just their second win in conference play. Will, just right quick before we have a saxophone solo for the national anthem, what are we expecting to see from Coach Williams' crew?
I think we're going to see a lot of different players. I think this is going to be a empty the bench type game, and it's going to be absolutely. It's going to be a fun game. I think we're going to see a lot of shooting, and I think we're going to see a lot of honestly just a lot of shooting. I think we're going to see a lot of threes coming out today.
So this is the Little Rock Central color guard presenting the coat of arms, and Jalen Brooks will be performing on the. Will be performing his saxophone solo for the national anthem.
And your Central High Tigers. At this time, please stand and gentlemen remove your caps as we honor America in the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence and then the playing of the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, for a moment of silence. And now, the playing of the national anthem, performed by Jalen Brooks.
Well, that was a fantastic saxophone solo by Jalen Brooks. I will say a live performance will beat the pre-recorded national anthem any day of the week. But we are just about ready to get this game started. It is whiteout at the Boone Fitzpatrick Fieldhouse on the campus of Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. Central, as I mentioned, 4-1 in conference play, looking to improve their overall record to 16-5. Jonesboro coming into this game with a 4-15 overall record, 1-4 in the 6A Central. And we're going to be hearing about the starting lineups for the visiting squad, the Lady Hurricanes, Some also call them the Lady Canes of Jonesboro High School. They're coming off a loss to Conway, like most everybody else that's played them. Their one conference win was against Little Rock Southwest on the 24th. Now Skylar Gambrell, junior guard, getting the start tonight along with the senior guard Daniels. Lacey Hall also gets the start, the 5'4" guard, along with Amaya Wilborn. And we're about ready for your starting lineup from left to right. As always, Elise Williams going to be the 2 guard tonight. Chloe Ray Brown going to handle the point guard duties. Kai Wilson going to play the 3. Amiri Gaston holding down the middle as the defensive anchor, and Taylor Day Davis will be playing the 4. Day Davis currently has yet to score single digits in a conference game this season. She only had 10 against Southwest and probably about as many minutes, but she's averaged about 14 points per game in conference play. Kai Wilson also had that similar streak where she only, up until the Southwest game, she had 9 points, but she had not scored in single digits in conference play. Those are 2 players, it's pretty clear they're the go-to.
Absolutely, and those are the ones to watch every single night, right? I mean, we talk about floor generals a lot, right? But I think there is no better floor general than there is in Kai Wilson, right? She literally runs every piece of this offense through her and Taylor Day Davis. I'm just really excited for a nice little game, a nice fun shooting game, I think, and I think both teams are going to come out firing on all cylinders, and I think it's just going to come down to, you know, who can hit their shots the most.
Well, we got to see one player who doesn't typically hit a lot of shots really have a nice offensive game against Southwest, and that was Chloe Ray Brown. A conference season high 14 points, along with 4 assists and 3 steals, only missing 1 shot in the game. Is also perfect from the free throw line. So I'm curious if she has another game like that. I asked her at the end of when I had a chance to interview her at the halftime of the boys game against Southwest. She thought she could do it again. Yeah. But she also very humbly was just whatever her team needs from her, whatever the game, whatever the defense gives her, as Central is going to win the tip. Central in all white versus Jonesboro all black jerseys. Williams, right side, pressure coming. This Jonesboro team is a pretty solid defensive group. Here's Daniels. She had 13 points and 7 steals against Cabot.
I don't expect too many of those type of possessions from Central tonight. I think it's just going to be the first few minutes of this game will be Central kind of feeling out how Jonesboro plays.
Exactly right, and Williams couldn't come away with the steal. Gramble. She's doubled. Williams doesn't get the steal, but Gambrell picks up her first personal.
And you can see the pressure that Central's trying to put on immediately, kind of running a fire type of defense, right? You throw 2 players towards that corner in order to trap the Jonesboro guard into that back corner next to the timeline, and it ends up working out in their favor.
Williams outside into Wilson, inside Gaston, through some contact and finishes.
I've been loving the way Gaston's been playing, right? She had 8 points against Southwest just a couple days ago. She's been, you can kind of tell she has more confidence. We were talking about it before. She's focusing on her free throws as well. So she gets to the line. I expect her to make those as well.
Yeah, 4-4 against the Lady Griffins. Up top, here's Hall. Central's going to send a double every possession. Inside, Gambrell was open, couldn't hold on to the ball though. Daniels, kick out, 3-ball on the way. Won't fall as they just beat the shot clock. Brown Wilson, corner three coming up. That's long. Here's Williams with the offensive board. Day Davis, outside Williams. Knock down the three. No, she won't. And almost another offensive rebound for the Tigers, but it's going the other way.
So far, what I'm seeing from the Jonesboro offense specifically is I don't think they can really keep up with how kind of ready for everything Central is, right? Like we're kind of seeing Central jumping on every possible ball, just like they are right now with Kai Wilson and Elise Williams.
Inside, that one might have been blocked. That one was definitely blocked. They finally get some points on the boards, courtesy of Daniels. Brown outside to Day Davis. It's Williams up top. Good ball movement and good overall movement. Day Davis, she's wide open triple. That one's short. Brown can't finish. And Central gets it right back. Wilson pulls it out, cross court. Day Davis, she'll try again. Won't get it to fall. Wilson almost came away with the offensive rebound. The Central has the size advantage against this much smaller Jonesboro team.
And it's not just that they have a size advantage, it's that they have an energy advantage. It seems like every ball that should go to Jonesboro on the rebounds have not at all. And Central's getting a bunch of shots just like the one Kai Wilson just took.
Wilborn with the rebound. Daniels. And Brown trying to come away with the steal. They just get it across half court. Wilborn can barely hold on to the basketball. Here's Beverly, who just checked in. Daniels up top. Double coming. Hall guarded by Brown. And nobody on that Jonesboro team was aware of the shot clock. And now Coach Christenberry, in her 16th season as the head coach of the Lady Hurricanes, she wants a timeout. Well, with 4:30 left in the first, it's a low-scoring game, 2-2.
Yeah, and it's not really for lack of shots either, right? Like it was kind of, I'll toot my own horn here. I predicted it, right? I mean, there's been a lot of shooting, specifically on Central's side. They've gotten basically every offensive rebound that you can possibly get with the amount of misses that they have so far, but you know, I don't think Jonesboro can keep up right now. And if they want any chance in this game against this very, very good Central starting lineup and this Central bench as well, you have to be able to keep up with their energy. And so far, Jonesboro's not able to do so.
No, you mentioned their bench. They are deep. We got to see a lot of players that don't make a lot of appearances this year have really nice games against Southwest on Tuesday. Inside Gaston again, finishes through contact. Maria Gaston. Hey, we were mentioning she's worked on her free throws. Pretty clear she's worked on her finishing too.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a lot of that is confidence as well. Now she is always going to get her shots up if she can get them, but it's always kind of been of a problem of can she stay out of foul trouble? And when she's out of foul trouble, she is going to continue shooting. And I mean, she already has the first 4 points for Central.
That's going to be Shalia Beverly that picks up the personal. Daniels chases the board. Up ahead to Hall. Driving inside, Wilborn finishes at the rim. Still a tied ball game, now 4-4. Williams to Brown. Kick out, Day Davis. Third triple, won't fall that time. Inside, Day Davis finally gets on the board.
I feel like Day Davis got in the paint so fast after that miss. It was like she chased her own rebound, even though Kai Wilson came up with it.
Well, she wanted her shot, and she finally got it. That's going to be a steal. Brown comes up with it. Ahead, Williams driving inside through contact. No foul. Somehow, no foul, but she still finishes.
So Jonesboro is playing this very slow-paced offense, and Central is just bouncing on it, immediately trying to force full court pressure, and it's working basically every time.
Williams chases the board. Suddenly it's an 8-4 lead. Wilson Back to Williams. Corner, it's Brown. Wilson to Williams. She'll step back, take the three. Won't fall. Chasing after it. It's going to be Day Davis that comes up with the rebound. Inside looking for Gaston. Hall did a good job breaking up that pass, and it was last touched by Brown. So it will be Jonesboro basketball as Alexis Montgomery and Rosabella Onyango check into the game. And this is another interesting lineup that Coach Williams has. Obviously, Gaston not in any foul trouble, no reason to take her out. So you put in Onyango to play that 4 right next to her. Move Day Davis to the 3, Wilson to the 2, and Montgomery playing the 1.
I'm a big fan of Rosabella Onyango as of late as well, right? She had, I believe it was 16 points on 8 of 9 shooting, or on 8 of 10 shooting.
Last time we were here, yeah. Onyango can't finish with the left, but Wilson finishes inside.
I think Onyango was a little farther under the rim than she initially realized, so not able to finish, but Kai Wilson puts it right back up.
Beverly looking to the corner. Back to Daniels, up top, guarded by Onyango. "12 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson nearly came up with the steal. Had to force that one up. Montgomery's going to chase the board. Racing ahead. She could have taken it herself. She pulls it out. Gaston gives it back to Onyango. Inside, Day Davis just kind of lost it.
I believe she was looking for a pass into Gaston, and she just kind of let go of the ball a little too early.
Eight seconds on the shot clock. They have to get going. 4 seconds. She's going to shoot the contested jumper, knocks it down. Hey, we know she can hit those tough mid-range shots. I mean, she hit probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 of those against Conway.
She's got a very nice jumper, I will tell you that much, and she's going to make most of her mid-range jumpers.
Beverly hounded. Montgomery almost came up with the steal, and it's out of bounds. It stays with the Lady Canes as Alexis Montgomery checks into the ball game for the Tigers. Beverly and Wilborn check out. Rakaya Wright checks into the ball game. Tallest player on this Hurricane roster at 5'9".
Kai Wilson about jumped on that. You can kind of tell the defensive prowess that Central's trying to go for here.
And again, a shot clock violation for the Hurricanes. 12-4 with 41.2 left to play in the first quarter is the lead. Montgomery racing up ahead. She'll pull it out to Wilson. Wilson looking to drive, takes on some contact, and she'll draw the foul.
Fouls called on number 21, Rakaya Wright. That's her first, team third. Subbing in for the Hurricanes, number 25.
So Shalia Beverly just checked out, and I don't know if she even had time to go sit down because she came right back in.
I think Day Davis wanted a foul call there and just didn't get it. I don't think it was really close enough to call.
She'll pull it out, gets it back to Hall. 23 against 23. Onyango playing some great defense. Montgomery with the breakaway steal. And Montgomery with the finish. His first points of the game for the junior. And that will do it. 10-point lead for your Lady Tigers as we head into the second quarter of play. Don't go anywhere. We have more Tiger basketball action right here on the Tigers Sports Network.
Let them experience passions through extracurriculars. Let them experience teamwork, discipline, and resilience through sports. Let them experience leadership and service to community. Let them experience on-the-job training through internships and job shadowing. Let them experience the excitement of performing through drama and dance. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
14-4 is your score as we enter the second quarter of play. And Will, I know there was a little bit of sloppiness in that first quarter. Central was not really hitting their shots and stretches as well. But what are we going to see in quarter number 2 from Central? Because I imagine they're about to, if Jonesboro lets them, it's about to be an onslaught in this quarter.
I think you're going to see a lot more defensive kind of hive mind type thing, right? Where you're kind of sending these double teams towards the corners, even double teams towards the paint, right? You're kind of seeing Jonesboro try and play this really slow-paced offense, and Central just has a better defense than that, right? And I think if you're Jonesboro, you need to try and find the inside shots. The problem is your size does not go against Central very well.
Bradford wrapped up with one of the Hurricanes and forces the jump ball and the turnover. So 3 new subs immediately come into the game for the Hurricanes. Wilborn along with Daniels checking back into the ball game. They had a very quick sit on the bench. Montgomery up top, it's Williams. Back to Montgomery. Whoa. Almost took out a ref and a cheerleader, and that's going to be a Tiger turnover.
Montgomery is just smiling. She said, that is my bad. That's a little too high.
Yeah, I think she was looking for Onyango in the post. She had the size advantage. Well, frankly, Gaston, Day Davis, Wilson, Onyango, every time they're going to be in the paint, they're probably going to have the size advantage.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, especially if Coach Williams does throw out that different lineup where you have both Onyango and Gaston in the paint.
And up ahead, can't finish. Bradford with the rebound. Montgomery, she'll wait for a teammate. Wilson up top, swing pass. Sanders, Bradford, 3-ball on the way, off the glass, no good. Onyango gets the miss and puts it back up and in. Onyango, that's her first field goal of the game.
And she's going to continue shooting. You can kind of tell throughout each game that Onyango is able to play in. She gets more and more confidence in her shot and more confidence in specifically her defense. You can see it right there.
3-ball, way off. Wilson with the rebound. Well, you were just speaking about Onyango. Speaking of Onyango, she can't finish, gets her own miss. But Coach Williams had talked at one point during the season that she's more of a guard, but because of her length, they use her in the post. So I'm curious, next year, playing as a junior, you also got to think these are also high schoolers. They grow.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I didn't stop growing until I was a senior, so, it happens. So they're going to get taller. I mean, she's only 6 foot. Can't imagine, she's going to be taller than 6 foot, and that's going to be a real
If she can
weapon.
get her dribbling up, man, she's going to be a very dangerous weapon for Coach Marlon Williams.
Daniels with the jumper. Back to a 10-point advantage for the Lady Tigers. Sanders was looking for Day Davis, I believe. Montgomery to Day Davis. Sanders inside Bradford. Good playmaking. Sanders setting up Bradford.
And that was a really well-timed pass and honestly a very well-run offense on that possession. You could kind of tell Jonesboro was trying to be a little more physical and more kind of up front at Central.
And that was Wilborn with her second basket of the ball game.
And I think you're going to continue to see Jonesboro be more up front and more physical, as I was saying, with their defense to try and slow down as much offense as they can. But when that kind of thing happens, when you have that tall of offense, you can't do much.
It's great ball movement. Bradford with her second straight field goal. And Coach Kristen Berry needs the timeout. 12-point lead for your Lady Tigers They're just ever so slightly starting to break away. Of course, with 5:10 left to play in the second quarter, there is plenty of time for them to truly break away in this game.
And the thing was, you could kind of tell that this was a possibility towards the middle of the first quarter, right? Where Central was able to get every offensive rebound, and they were able to get these very wide open threes. Sure, they didn't fall, but if they do start falling, this lead will continue to grow and grow and grow.
Chloe Ray Brown checks back into the ball game. Montgomery takes his seat. So again, a pretty long lineup. Brown at the 1, Sanders at the 2, Day Davis 3, Bradford at the 4, and Gaston at the 5 for the Lady Tigers. Inside, it's Daniels. Bradford hits the deck. Wilborn passed up a layup, which ended up being a turnover for the Hurricanes. Kai Wilson and Elise Williams check into the ball game. Bradford and Sanders check out. So the original starting 5 in the ball game for Central, along with the original starters for Jonesboro. Williams, Wilson looking for a cutter. Williams driving inside, was looking for Brown. It's going to be a steal, and a steal right back at you. And 3 straight turnovers on about as many possessions in about as many seconds. So Jonesboro somehow comes away with the basketball.
You can kind of see what Central's trying to go for on offense here, though. You can kind of tell when somebody like Elise Williams tries to drive in the paint, it opens up somebody like Kai Wilson or Taylor Day Davis or even Gaston at that rate, right? And it's been working. It just didn't happen to work last possession.
Day Davis driving. They're going to get it with the traveling violation. Hall up ahead. It's Gambrell. Outside, wide open shooter. Off the back iron, gets her own miss. She can't finish the second time. Cut off the fast break. Wilson, she's wide open on the wing. Still no threes made in this ball game for Central. And right to Gambrell. And she's hurting. And Jonesboro comes away with the steal. It's Daniels looking to take it herself.
I think Chloe Ray Brown just kind of lost that ball there.
And wide open inside is Wilborn. Back to a 10-point Tiger lead. And it's another turnover by Central. Gambrell. And they're going to take a timeout here to get her off the court. She's been hobbling up and down the court the last couple of possessions, as Wright is going to check in for her. Daniels, senior point guard, gets the screen from Wright. Beverly. Blocked by Gaston. Wilson looking up ahead. She gets it to Mariah Bates, who just checked into the ball game. Bates saw the shot she liked. She had 5 points in that Southwest game. Day Davis looking to swing it. It's deflected by Daniels.
I think this intensity this up in intensity from Jonesboro is kind of throwing Central off here. You can kind of see it in their decision making and passing.
Bates in the corner was looking for Wilson. It was tapped out. Still Central basketball. Well, it's white out here at the blacktop, and the student section has really started to fill up on the central sideline. Or excuse me, on the baseline. Wilson to Montgomery, looking to pass. She's going to throw up a wild shot. She just had to beat the shot clock. Now it's Daniels. And she lost it. And right was off balance. It's going to be another Jonesboro turnover. Now Coach Williams wants to have a conversation with his crew. I mean, I know it's a 10-point lead, but they've had this 10-point lead really most of the quarter, and they just haven't really gotten away from Jonesboro. They're still hanging around.
Yeah, it's been a little sloppy out of Central, right? I was talking a little bit about it, where the intensity from Jonesboro on defense has kind of been multiplied in this quarter, and Central doesn't seem to know how to get around or get those passes through. What was working for them on offense in the first quarter was kind of what we were talking about a little bit ago as well. Sending players in such as Chloe Ray Brown, or in this case Mariah Bates, or it might be Montgomery as well, trying to send them in to try and dribble themselves around towards the paint and get somebody open, such as Taylor Day Davis or Gaston, and they just haven't really been able to do so because of the intensity on defense from Jonesboro.
Well, Central still has their 2 double-digit per game scores in the ball game. Kai Wilson and Day Davis. Now here's Bates. Montgomery, back to Bates. Corner, it's Day Davis. 12 on the shot clock. Inside Gaston, and she's going to be fouled by Wright. I believe that will be her second personal.
And whistles have been very scarce in this game with how physical this game's been. It's kind of surprising.
Wilson looking to throw in. Day Davis up top, full shot clock. Bates inside Gaston, looking to go to work. Won't finish the first time or the second. Hall driving, deflected by Gaston. Both teams have only scored 6 points in this quarter alone, as we're just about ready to go into the locker room for halftime. Daniels, jump stop, pulls it out. Has 10 seconds on the shot clock. Inside it's Wilborn, gets around Gaston, but I think she got a block from behind.
I think if you're Central, you need to score here before the half ends.
No shot clock, as Day Davis will shoot the 3. She finally nails the triple.
You knew a 3 was eventually going to fall for one of them.
Daniels will bring it up the floor. 10 seconds. Almost triple team. Beverly, she's going to look to shoot. Actually, she'll drive. She's got to shoot something, and off the top of the backboard, and that will do it for the first half of action. 23-10 is your score as both teams head into the locker room. Don't go anywhere. We have the second half of action here at the Blacktop on Whiteout Night in just a moment.
Let them experience captivating research opportunities. Let them experience more hands-on opportunities with new technology. Let them experience cutting-edge career pathways. Let them experience creativity and expression through the arts. Let them experience more opportunities to innovate and compete regionally and nationally. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart. Let them experience captivating research opportunities. Let them experience more hands-on opportunities with new technology. Let them experience cutting-edge career pathways. Let them experience creativity and expression through the arts. Let them experience more opportunities to innovate and compete regionally and nationally. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart. Let them experience passions through extracurriculars. Let them experience teamwork, discipline, and resilience through sports. Let them experience leadership and service to community. Let them experience on-the-job training through internships and job shadowing. Let them experience the excitement of performing through drama and dance. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
Welcome back to the second half of action here at Boone Fitzpatrick Fieldhouse on the campus of historic Little Rock Central High School. I'm Chris Gay, your play-by-play commentator. This is Will Stafford, your color analyst. And your Little Rock Lady Tigers have the 13-point advantage over the visiting Jonesboro Lady Hurricanes. And Will, obviously Central does have a 13-point lead, but it's not good enough because they could have a much larger lead at this point. What do you think Coach Williams told his team in the locker room? Just breathe, honestly. A lot of that second quarter specifically was just very sloppy basketball. I mean, for both sides, really, right? And I think if you're Coach Marlon Williams, you have to just you're probably just saying breathe, take your time. You know, if you're a coach, you're saying you're the better team, right? So just breathe and find the open man, because they were getting a little panicky and sloppy. And Daniels knocks down the first points in the second half. Williams to Wilson. Inside, outside, it's Brown, three-pointer. She doesn't shoot a lot of those as Gaston gets the offensive rebound, and she was fouled, fighting for it. But that's something I've wanted to see from Brown, is what can she do from outside? And, of course, she dialed up a three, looked pretty good. Here's Williams dialing up a three. Gaston, another offensive rebound. Wilson inside to the big, back outside. Now it's Brown again. 26 seconds on the shot clock. It's Day Davis. She'll shoot the three. She'll knock it down. Second three-pointer of the ball game for Taylor Day Davis. That's two in a row for her, right? And she missed her first two. Now she's made her last two, so that makes her 50%. She's going to continue shooting them. I think if you're Central, you just keep feeding her. And Wilborn found by a couple of the Tigers. Specifically goes against Gaston. Yeah, it will be. That's just her first personal. Which, honestly, that's something that is not talked about a lot. She does get into foul trouble very often, very early in games, but only having one foul early in the third quarter is very good for Gaston. Yeah, it is. Of course, she has some of her best games when she's able to play all four quarters. Here's Wilson up ahead. Easy finish with the left. I expected a jam. I don't know. I expected Kai to just get up there. I don't know. Could you imagine? I think she has it in her. She could do it. She could do it. I'm not going to lie. Brown was looking for Williams. Off the mark with the pass. Kai Wilson, the new Gavin Holman, maybe. Yeah. I guess that would make Gavin Holman at that point the new Kai Wilson. Yeah. Brown with the steal. Up ahead, no one going to stop her. Easy layup for the senior. Jonesboro wants another timeout. 30-12. Suddenly the lead. As Central has gone on a 7-2 run to open up the third quarter. Not even 2 minutes into the game. I want to point out, the third quarter, Central scored a total of 9 points. Total. Or no, I'm sorry. Second quarter. Second quarter, yeah, second quarter. Just under, or just, what would that be? Like, it's a minute and a half. It's a minute and a half into the third quarter, and they already have 7 points. I mean, they obviously came out here wanting to shoot the ball, wanting to get a little more aggressive on offense. Because, I mean, honestly, in the first half, they were not that aggressive. They more kind of wanted to take their time. It's very, I mean, you can still breathe and still want to get more offensive possessions, and obviously it's working to a perfect tee so far. Now, you do keep in mind, between Central and Jonesboro, who do you think has the greater depth? It's going to be Central. It has to be Central. And Jonesboro has been playing with their starters. Even when their starters have come out of the game, they're almost right back in 30 seconds later. So they're going to wear down as this game goes along. And so that will be pretty interesting come later in this quarter and in the fourth quarter to see, can Central just pile on the points. And not just depth. The way Coach Marlon Williams runs his rotations,
this entire starting lineup has had a lot of rest throughout the game, so they're going to continue to be very energetic.
Gaston trying to finish. That was a lot of contact on that possession. No fouls were called. Wilson, oh, that's a double dribble. Yep, double dribble. So Jonesboro, another turnover. Day Davis on the wing, back to Williams. Day Davis, she's open, shoot that ball. Won't finish, and Gaston was held. Wilborn has been holding Gaston the last couple of possessions. She's picked up her intensity against the senior, but of course she does come away with the foul. It's Wilborn's first. Day Davis, corner. Wilson contested triple, doesn't matter. First three-pointer of the game for Kai Wilson.
I'm not gonna lie, Kai Wilson from the corner is automatic. She can hit every three she takes from the corner every single time if she wanted to.
Gambrel lost the ball. Up ahead to Williams, her first points of the game. And that is a player I mentioned against Southwest. I want to see more of Elise Williams because she had 15 points in that Bologna game when we first saw her play, only averaging about 3 points a game in conference play. And it's a turnover. And Williams can't hold on to the basketball. That pass came in there a little too hot as Sanders, Onyango, and Montgomery are all going to check into the ball game. Wilson and Day Davis are going to be the lone starter. Oh, no, excuse me.
Just Kai Wilson now.
Yeah, Kai Wilson, as Bradford also checked into the ball game.
I'm not sure where she was trying to go with that pass.
Now, I don't know if the audience at home can hear this, but I know you probably can. And I don't know where it's coming from. Probably behind us. There's a Jonesboro. Do you hear the clapping?
I do, yes.
It is getting a little annoying. I know you're trying to be supportive of your team, but maybe stop, please. Sanders up ahead, outside Wilson.
It's a deep
Second
three.
Three, not quite. Bradford chasing it. Daniels comes away with the board. Stop clapping. I mean, it wouldn't be a problem if I wasn't wearing a headset.
Okay, so what are you going to do if I start clapping?
I'm going to mute your mic or something. I don't know. .412 left to play in the third quarter. Wilson just letting some time drain. Trying to set the offense up, though. Montgomery on the right side. Back to Sanders. Montgomery, she's open. She's going to shoot it. She'll knock it down. Alexis Montgomery with the triple.
I wanted Montgomery to shoot earlier in the possession, but obviously that's why I'm not on the court.
Outside, three on the way off. Sanders with the rebound. Wilson driving baseline, short on the layup. Daniels pressured heavily. And there's going to be a foul at the last second. It's going to be Sanders. Said she swept the legs as Lindsey McDonald, the senior guard, will make her first appearance tonight. Just her third appearance in conference play. Daniels will throw in inside to right. Can't finish. Montgomery with the rebound. Up ahead, McDonald. That pass was behind her. Back to Montgomery. McDonald, she'll shoot the three. Won't fall. Ball goes back to Jonesboro.
Down there, 13. You're at the top. 13 down there.
Daniels, double coming. Bradford with the steal. Breakaway for the Tigers. Takes it herself, and she's fouled. Going up for the shot.
Yeah, this trap defense by Central is just, you're not able to do anything.
10 seconds.
And it's going to be a timeout charged to Jonesboro. 2:28 left to play. That was going to be Daniels picking up her second personal foul. Bradford's going to have a couple free throws coming up.
A total of 2 points scored in about 6 minutes by
Jonesboro.
by Jonesboro. Literally nothing going in, and it's almost like they can't even make it much past the timeline.
And for those of you at home, if you do hear somebody yelling, that is Coach Christenberry telling step through a pass or something, or go get the pass. Step to the pass. That's right. And probably also telling her team, make some shots. I mean, only 2 points in the quarter. The Central's gone on a massive run, 15-2 run in the third quarter.
Yeah. And it's like I said, though, it's not like Jonesboro's getting a lot of opportunities to shoot. They're not able to really make it much farther past the half-court line than a couple feet before Central is on them with a double team.
This lineup of Montgomery, McDonald, Sanders, Bradford, Onyango is probably a lineup we're going to see for much of the game. I imagine we won't see a lot of the starters. We may see them at the beginning of the fourth quarter. But I think for the starting five of the Lady Tigers, their night may be pretty close to done. First free throw is up and good for Bradford. She's really had a solid string of games, the senior forward. Had 4 points, 6 rebounds, and a block against Conway.
And made both her free throws.
Yes, sure did. Had a couple solid rebound game against Southwest as well. Daniels gets past the defense to the corner, inside right, back outside, and Bradford a near steal. Looking to throw in. It's Beverly up top. Gets it to Daniels. Daniels off her foot. Only 7 seconds on the shot clock. Central has a run out. McDonald takes it herself, finishes at the rim. Lindsay McDonald, her first points of the ball game.
And Jonesboro just continues to try and play this very slow-paced offense. I really don't think you have time to play as slow-paced as they are.
Daniels behind her back. Looking for right inside. Onyango says no thank you. Sanders with the rebound. She's going to take it up herself. Bradford in the corner inside. Onyango wide open, and she can't finish. Tough break for the Tigers as they were looking to extend their 30-point lead. Daniels had the lone points in the third quarter. Corner, nah, nobody's there. She saved it. Right for a McDonald layup, and she can't finish either.
She blew it. That is just unfortunate.
Well, sometimes those wide open layups when you're all alone,
Dude.
You are on an island. That's what it feels like.
You genuinely feel like it honestly, for me, it sometimes just feels like it surprises you how open you are. And then you're like, oh crap, now I can't,
Well, you almost forget to You almost forget how to play basketball when you're that open and you know you're supposed to make it. And I think there's just a lot of pressure.
All eyes on you and just can't hit a shot. Reminds me of Brandon Knight. Shout out Brandon Knight.
Wonder what he's doing now. Probably still hooping.
Or working at McDonald's, I'm not really sure.
Oh, Sanders up ahead. She can't finish. Central.
They're just smiling all the way through it. I mean, what do you do?
Everybody's smiling but Coach Williams. He's pretty annoyed by, I think, 6 points have been given up on wide open layups, and McDonald chases it down. Bradford looking to drive inside. Finally breaks the cold streak. Alexis Bradford has 4. Excuse me, she has 8, actually.
Basically, you need, I guess Central just needs somebody in front of them to make a shot.
And just like that, third quarter comes to a close. 44-12 is your score. At the end of the third. We're going to head into break. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter of action coming up.
Let them experience captivating research opportunities. Let them experience more hands-on opportunities with new technology. Let them experience cutting-edge career pathways. Let them experience creativity and expression through the arts. Let them experience more opportunities to innovate and compete regionally and nationally. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
And welcome back to the Tiger Sports Network. Taking a look at some of the highlights of what we've seen so far from your Lady Tigers. That Kai Wilson three-pointer was huge. Her first points of the ball game. I mean, the threes have been flying so far, especially in that third quarter. That was Taylor Day Davis. She has 2 in this ball game. Mariah Bates, Kamaya Johnson, Elise Williams, Zoe Webb, and Amaria Gaston is the lineup for Central. For Webb and Johnson, it's their first appearance of the game. And I kind of imagine that we'd see a couple starters still stick around in the game. Kick out Johnson, wide open 3-ball on the way. First shot she sees is good.
That was a beautiful shot by Kamaya Johnson. My goodness, it was going in the entire time. Sometimes you just know.
Turnover by Jonesboro. And Johnson had 7 points in that big win over the Lady Griffins on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure that Shalia Beverly was just checking out. She didn't even go sit on the bench when her coach told her to go check back in for somebody else.
She didn't even make it to the first chair.
No, not at all. And for Central, Angel Flowers checked in to just her second conference game of the year. Bates, 3, Webb, easy putback. There's Zoe Webb on the board for the first time tonight.
You can tell how deep this Central bench is as well. I mean, Zoe Webb, a junior guard, immediately scores, and now Carlotta Block is coming in.
And Carlotta Block also made her first appearance in conference play against Little Rock Southwest. Didn't score a lot, but she had a point, a rebound, and a steal in that win. Most of the starters for the Lady Hurricanes still in the ball game. Beverly, she's going to pull up for the jumper. There's a high arcer, won't fall. Johnson comes away with the board. She looks to take it herself. Defensive pressure by Daniels. Breakaway steal. Can't finish. The Hurricanes still only have 2 points in the second half. Beverly. Another deep jumper from the mid-range won't fall. Blocked with the rebound. Johnson gets it to Bates up ahead. We call that a travel.
The top 2 people.
Oh, again, if you hear yelling, this is Coach Christenberry. Really not happy with their team. You can imagine why.
I was about to say, I'm not sure I would be either. 2 points in a half and a half, I guess you could say. Quarter and a half. That's what I'm trying to go for. That's what I'm trying to go for.
Beverly, another jumper on the way. Can't finish that time.
Here, should I try and like jinx to see if I can help or?
Up ahead, up and in. Beverly with the and one opportunity.
I'll take credit for that.
So just the first point scored by Jonesboro in the fourth quarter.
We haven't seen a lot of free throws in this game either by either team.
It's been physical at times. A lot of bodies on the floor after loose balls. But just the first free throws of the second half for Jonesboro as Johnson comes away with a miss. And now Gambrell almost comes away with the steal. Corner, Webb's wide open. Couldn't hit the three. Block chases the board. Flowers is being held, puts it back up, can't fall in. Daniels. Hall. Beverly. She's been shooting a lot this quarter. Webb with the rebound. Pulls it back, looking for Johnson. They break the press. Bates. Three. Won't fall. Block another rebound. Looking to create her own offense.
Oh, and she just gets picked up.
Yeah, she got picked back up. Going to be a couple of substitutions in for the Hurricanes. Wilborn and Gambrell will check out. Rakaya Hendricks makes her first appearance tonight, and Rakaya Wright checks back into the ball game. Well, now looking at this Jonesboro team, they have one senior on their roster, and she's got the ball right now. They have a lot of young players. So typically a lot of youth. It's something to look fondly upon. As Diamond Davis checks into the ball game. Lindsey McDonald checks back in for Central.
Can I just see like a Steph Curry distance three by anybody?
Well, if they want to have playing time, that's probably not a good shot.
Okay, but what if you make it?
Where you going?
Bates, three. Still can't find the bottom of the net from outside.
See, that's not quite Curry range, but
Hall pulls it back out. It's Davis. And another jump ball. It's going to be Central basketball.
and it is a running clock now as well. So
yeah, 1:05 left to play in the ball game. 49-14 is the score. McDonald back out to Bates.
One of these is going in.
That's her fifth three-pointer attempted in this half, and up ahead.
You have to go to her. You can't be here. You gotta go down
That's the one. Knew it. I knew it.
Mariah Bates
I knew
with
it.
that triple. Not Curry range, but
It's a 3.
yeah. Hall looking to pass. It's Davis. Johnson, another steal up ahead to McDonald. She's gonna. Oh, she can't finish. Rebound by the Hurricanes up ahead and almost right to me. And the running clock ends, and that will do it. Your Little Rock Central Lady Tigers take the huge win over the Jonesboro Lady Hurricanes, 52-14. A solid, not just solid, a dominant second half of basketball for the home squad here in front of a packed house on whiteout night. Now we will have the boys game in just a minute. That will be a second stream, so keep an eye on the Tiger Sports Network YouTube live stream page for a new stream that will pop up in just a few minutes. But Will, what are your closing thoughts of Central's game? I mean, they held Jonesboro to just 4 points in the second half. That defense was so much better.
Not just the defense, the offense was so much better. 32 points. I'm sorry. 29 points in the second half. Just 23 in the first half. Now that doesn't sound like a giant difference, but that you could tell the offense was clicking way more in the second half. They found their formula and it worked well. A very, very good win by by Central.
Now taking a look at what both of these teams have up next on their schedule for Jonesboro. They will be back at home against Cabot, where they've already played them once this year, looking to even the season series before they head back out on the road for a pretty long road trip. And for your Lady Tigers, they're going to be on the road at North Little Rock, so it's going to be a homecoming for us.
Yep.
So it'll be great to be back at Wildcat Arena. Is it just called Wildcat Arena? I don't know if they ever gave it a name.
I think it's just charging Wildcat Arena.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it'll be great to be back in North Little Rock on February 4th. Well, again, stick around for the boys game on a separate live stream. But until then, have a great evening and go Tigers!